All right, let's try this again, right? Me and YouTube have not been getting along lately. Let's see if people come back in. Um, but now, since I decided to go live, I'll probably switch this up later. But talk a little bit about, I guess I'll get more in depth about the whole Johnny Depp Amber Heard and also the eye sniper. I'm going to talk about both of them. Um, so I'm just going to, hey everybody, can you hear me? Can you hear anything? Let me know. Yeah, I'm hoping. It, obviously. Oh, hey. Hi, everybody. All right, good. I'm going to talk about the whole ice sniper, and I'll go with that first, and then we'll get back to Amber Heard. Um, ice sniper. Hey, Miss Dorky. Hey, Kirsty. Nice to see you guys. Ice Sniper is a documentary that is made by Vice, the channel Vice. I believe it's owned by HBO. We get Vice, and they have a great documentary right now called Eye Sniper. It's about the DC snipers back in the early 2000s, like 2002 it was. Um, I remember that very clearly. But what happened, I was surprised because I thought I knew the whole story, but apparently I did not know the whole story to Ice. Good, awesome. I'm glad you can hear me this time. Having issues, technical issues, had technical issues in my car, had technical issues on Friday. I'm just like, forget it. Forget it. So, Eye Sniper, yes. The second episode of Eye Sniper is on tonight. It's on, I believe, at 8 p.m. on Vice. It really goes into depth with Lee, who is the 17-year-old who was under John Mohammed's, I guess, guardianship, you want to call it. I'm not even sure if he was a guardian. John Muhammad had met this guy Lee, this kid Lee. He was, let me look up his full name. Hold on one second. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. Ah, okay. Shit, wrong one. All right. I haven't. Well, the second episode is tonight. It's on Vice. I just want to find out because I don't want to keep calling him Lee and I can't remember his last name. Lee. All right. Sorry about this, everybody. All right. Lee Boyd Malvo is his name. When he was 15, his mother apparently moved. He was from Jamaica. His dad didn't want him, and his mother barely wanted him. Which is it's actually so sad for the kid. Believe it or not, he's no longer a kid. I believe he is a 36-year-old man in prison at the time now, in the present. But back in the day, when he got caught and everything happened, uh, Lee Boyd Malvo as well as John Muhammad were both arrested for the DC snipers. Um, John Muhammad had met Lee Boyd Malvo's parent, his mother, over in Bahamas. She was apparently what they're saying is she was an unfit parent, and from what it sounds like, hey Red Rum Media, good to see you. What it sounds like to me, yeah, he was an unfit parent completely. She was an unfit parent. I'm sorry, I'm still working on one cup of coffee and trying to run around. Um, so the sniper attacks started in October of 2002, and it was like there was like four or five in one day, and I can remember the chief officer Moose, that was his name. He was unbelievable. I completely had forgotten about him, and I was like, oh my god, I totally remember that head of police down in, I think it was in Maryland, because it was in, I believe it was on the Beltway in Maryland. And John met the mother and said, please, take my son to the United States. She obviously just didn't want him anymore. And all this kid basically wanted was to have parents who just wanted him. Hey, hanging with Mr. J. Sorry about what happened last time. He just wanted to be loved. He just wanted to have parents who loved him. And John showed him that love. And he had kids of his own. That's a whole story in itself. They really didn't cover much of that yet, but that is a story all within itself. But during this first one, there was apparently abuse. Uh, Unfortunately, all different kinds of abuse going on between John and Lee Boyd Malvo. Um, it's kind of sad, honestly, because you hear him talk, because obviously these are recordings of him from prison, and you could tell that this guy is not hiding something. I mean, in my heart of hearts, like listening, he sounds like he's got nothing to lose by putting out this information. I totally agree with that. Um, so the span of the crimes happened from February 16th of 2002 to October 23rd of 2002 when they were both finally caught. I believe it was at a rest stop. Everybody had thought it was done with a white pickup, not a white pickup truck, but a white box car or box truck. So I remember everybody was looking for white box, and even as far as where I was up in Pennsylvania, everybody was looking for white like box trucks and stuff. But turned out they were in an old 70s. I think it might have been a Chevrolet. I'm not even sure what kind of car it was, but I will look into that. But they had cut a hole in the back of the car where it was just enough room to put the gun out there, and literally John Mohammed took Lee and trained him to be a fighting machine. And what was he fighting? Little did he know, he was fighting a battle between John Muhammad and his wife. That was the real battle. He didn't know that. But the real fight was between John Muhammad and his wife. He wanted the kids. She wanted the kids. He kidnapped them. She was able to get them back. He had no visitation after that. So he wanted to kill his wife. And his wife said, if he wants me dead, he'll have me dead because he'll shoot me from very far away and no one will know. So he had taken his kids to the Bahamas. The kids knew this kid Lee, because he came back with them to the United States, um, and he trained him to be a killing machine, and to basically mourn the person who he was, and to move forward, and that everybody must die. This was basically what Lee had stated in prison. Um, John Muhammad had, they both were serving life sentences. Both were without parole. I mean, John Muhammad actually got the lethal injection. I mean, I'm surprised because I haven't heard of like really any capital punishment anytime lately. But I guess if it fits somebody, it might have fit that, just going around shooting random people and leaving them terrified. I can remember when I was younger, like I guess when that 2002 we bought tickets for Dave Matthews down in D.C. And my friend had looked at me and said, if this stuff is still going on, we're not going. I can't go. And I'm like, and it was like right after 9/11 where you're like, don't let them win. Don't let them win. You got to keep moving. You got to keep moving. And all that kind of stuff. And I was like, no, no, don't give it up. But she was right. I was wrong. It was serious. It was real serious, and nobody knew whether they were safe or not. And I can remember the officer, Chief Moose, basically saying, you are not safe. Your kids are not safe anywhere at any time. That was like extremely hard for him to do, watching so far what I've seen so far of the documentary. But it basically goes through all of it from the car, from when he was a child, his childhood traumas, to meeting John Muhammad, to basically the whole training of him becoming a killing machine. And yeah, John wanted his wife dead so he could take the children. And that was his whole plan from the very beginning. He just never killed her. And so they figured if they killed all these people and his wife just so happened to be thrown in the numbers of all these people, there's no reason to think it was him. So that's how they thought. That's what they seriously thought was going to happen. I mean, obviously, John Muhammad was in the army, and the guy who literally gave him up was his army friend. Um, because things just weren't adding up. They weren't around. He knew that John knew how to shoot. He also knew that he was a sniper. So he took information from here and there, and he kind of pieced things together, and he went to the cops and he told the police. And if it wasn't for him, they would have never figured out anything. But they did make one huge mistake. Now, John Muhammad had Lee calling the police, and they were like kind of taunting the police. And they left at one scene where they shot someone a tarot card of death and a note. Um, so they were like literally 3 steps ahead of the police at all times. Um, and they knew that they weren't even looking for them. So when they went to the rest stop to sleep, and they were sleeping in the car, they found them and they arrested them right on the spot. Um, Thankfully, I don't remember too much of the trials, but hopefully, as we go through this documentary, you will find out more about that. But yes, so if you have Vice, episode 2, I believe, is on tonight. The name of it is I Sniper. I Sniper documentary. Part 1, part 2. Just want to make sure put you guys out part 2. Obviously, I think there's 4 parts to it. Documentary series, DC. Sorry, just trying to make sure. I Sniper Vice TV. Yeah, I mean that was a crazy story back then. Like that was bizarre, and a lot of people were associating it with. My phone is just not working. There's a lot of things not working in my house lately. It's weird. I have to shut it down and turn it back on. But I do believe it's on 8 o'clock tonight. It was on 8 o'clock the last time, so I can only assume. So if it's not on 8, it's probably on at 9. That would be Eastern Standard Time. What time it's on, I mean, I guess I check your local listings. I don't know. I wish I knew all the listings, but I don't. Vice is actually, hanging Mr. J, Vice is actually a station. It's a TV station. We watch it a lot. There's actually a really good show on that. It's called, and I'm not a big wrestling fan, but it's called The Dark Side of the Ring, I think it's called, meaning the wrestling ring. And there's some crazy stories in that as well. Like that's an interesting one, and they just started with um, dark stories behind football or something like that. And the first one was about showboating, and they had Chad Ochocinco Johnson, whatever his name is. I did not know. Oh, my daughter's home. Um, yeah, so it was Chad Ochocinco. And I was because like you cannot talk about showboating in football and not talk about Terrell Owens. Terrell Owens was the biggest showboater there was, and he came to the Eagles. So yeah, at first I didn't like him, but when he came to the Eagles, I liked him, and then I didn't like him again because then he all he wanted was the attention for himself. Um, but apparently that's what wide receivers do. I did not know that. I didn't know that was a wide receiver thing. I just thought it was a football thing. Um, just trying to find out the time of this for you guys completely. Come on. Come on. Yep, crazy stuff. Yep, I totally agree. What the hell? I'm having problems with my phone. There it goes. I think. There we go. Now let's see. Now I'm getting somewhere. Just had to reboot my phone. This is weird. Still having issues with my phone. But yeah, 9 o'clock tonight. You're the one who really got me to watch it, Red Rum Media. Like, my husband watches it. He loves it. He thought it's great. And I'm not a big wrestling fan. You said, even if you don't like wrestling, you would like this. And so I sat and I watched a couple with him. He really did like it. And I'm like, it's crazy, but I'm not into it as much as he is. But I do like the football one because I love football. So, and then the whole Amber Heard, Johnny Depp stuff. That's going on. That's crazy. That's ongoing. And now the LAPD are looking into her. They are looking into her for number one. Well, I'd said this in the car, whether anybody heard it or not, I don't know. Her dogs Pistol and Boo. She had lied about them getting into the country and completely lied about the situation. Now the Australian government knows, and now the Australian government wants to take her down, and basically she wants her to pay for perjuring herself in Australian court, which I kind of agree with. And not only that, she perjured and perjured and perjured herself completely over in London, but that necessarily wasn't her case. That was the son's case. Um, yeah, hopefully. Hi, I'm on. I'll talk to you afterwards. Yeah, the Dark Side of the Ring is good. But the Amber Heard Johnny Depp, there's pictures that's come out and see during apparently the time that these pictures were taken, she was supposedly have a busted nose and broken ribs. And these are pictures of her twisting and smiling and laughing and hugging Johnny. No. This girl is such a liar. You cannot believe a single thing that comes out of her mouth. How can she be taken seriously when the video of the body cam came out and they had said there was such a horrible crime scene? Glass was everywhere, wine was everywhere, things were thrown. And then all of a sudden, here comes the police body cam. Guess what? I'm sorry, I'm hearing voices out my window. Oh, they're kids. All right. They did sound like kids, but they're like 12-year-old kids. Hi, Lisa Free Spirit. Good morning. Good morning to see you. Thanks. Thanks for coming in. I'm still like not together right now. I'm having like lots of allergies and stuff like that. So I put a bunch of makeup on to cover the big ass circles that are underneath my eyes at the morning. Amber Heard is a psycho. She is psycho. Now, hopefully she won't come for me for this one, but I mean, I'm not like a big YouTuber who makes money on stuff anyway, so it doesn't make a difference. But you slept for 2 hours. I did have a good night's sleep. I'm not going to say I didn't have a good night's sleep. I had a good night's sleep. It's just that my body's killing me today. And I just got a pedicure too, and I haven't had one since before St. Patrick's Day, so it was nice to get a pedicure as well. Hi, Carla. I'm back. So yeah. So there's these pictures. Let me see if I can pull up these pictures and at least show you. Because, I mean, it's not that these pictures are showing you of a crime or things, but what they say is what? The proof is in the pudding. The proof is in these pictures. New pictures. Amber Heard. Ugh, it drives me nuts that our media is like still supporting her. It drives me nuts. I don't get it. Recent. And they all keep showing her bruises. Guess what, y'all? It's makeup. It is makeup. Shit. Where are these pictures? I know a couple of people who have them. Let's see. This one girl, her name's Nerdette's Newsstand. I love her. She's got such. Oh wait, this is the police body cam. Where's the one? She just put one out the other day with all the pictures on it. Oh, here it is. See if I can. So this was found apparently in a German newspaper. These pictures. Let's see here. Okay, here's one. Pause it. All right, so this is one picture. Now, like I said, it's nothing, but at this point, this girl is supposed to be having broken ribs and a broken nose. I do not see a broken nose. And guess what? You would not be able to stretch your arms over your knees like that if your ribs were broken. If anybody has ever broken their ribs, they know how painful it really is. Oh, here's this one's my favorite. Okay, see? Once again, supposed to be having a broken nose and cracked ribs. Broken ribs. I don't know. I don't know. I do not think she has broken ribs there because I wouldn't have been able to turn like that, nor would I be able to cross my hand over my body completely like that because it would hurt terribly, especially since it just happened. Now look real clear. There is nothing wrong with her. No. I love Johnny Depp, don't get me wrong, but he looks kind of crazy in that. Like, what is he wearing? What are you wearing? Let me see. All right. Was there another one? All right, here's another one. Same thing. Smaller picture. Let me see if I can get this focus. I don't think this one's going to work because it's so small. Yeah, it's too small. Sorry, guys. That one, like I said, there. Oh, here we go. Now she focuses in on her face, and that's what really matters. But she's sitting here with Johnny and stuff. And once again, let's see. There, it's a better angle that you can see the face. Do you see any bruising? I'm gonna try see if we can. There we go. Okay. Nothing. And nor would you be able to lean over like that if you had broken ribs. If you have broken ribs, you're like this. And you can't move, you don't twist because it hurts to do anything of the sort because it all is connected. Hey, Miss OMG, good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Um, yeah, so this is the stuff like I wanted to talk about on Friday, but stuff is going on. Let me see. What's this say here? Okay, so is this from Adam Waldman? Adam Waldman is Johnny Depp's lawyer. They have removed Alan Walden from, well, this is a tweet, and obviously this was done, but they did remove him. I don't know if he made another account, which is very possible, but it says, son, today's decision vindicates courageous evidence. Okay, so this was back. I had bruised ribs, bruised all over my body, bruises on my forearms, and I'm trying to defend the blows. I had 2 black eyes. I had a broken nose. I had a broken lip. Mere days after ocean tubing unmarked. So that was the day after. Doesn't seem like any bruising on her face to me. Doesn't seem like bruised ribs. I don't see any bruises on her whatsoever. Whatsoever. How can anybody take anything she says seriously? She is completely and utterly full of crap. People are noticing. I mean, and that's why I wanted to post up, I posted up the video of Raven Simone. Like, all these celebrities know what the hell's going on. Like, they're not dumb, but they're also not going to open their mouths either because there's something else. Hey, Kappas, nice to see you. There's something else. And I don't know what it is. And why is it just that they're also fearful that they might be wrong about this? I find that a little bit crazy. But I don't know. I don't know. Like, there's more and more stuff that keeps coming from this trial. And then I follow, what's his name? That umbrella guy. That umbrella guy does such a good job in covering AH and Johnny Depp. Now, apparently, AH's people went after that umbrella guy and actually struck his channel, and his channel came down, and he could not go live. He could not do anything. for a couple weeks, and he did say it was not mistakenly, but falsely flagged, and most likely it's the what he believes it's the Amber Heard supporters because they don't like him because he's completely against liars, which I am too, um, and people who break the law and lie. We all know people like that, don't we? Mm-hmm. We know people like that. And I'm telling you, like, I'm praying. I don't know how this is. I mean, I can't see how this could turn out in her favor. But look, the bitch is working on Justice League, I think it is right now. And yet, why was Johnny Depp taken off the Fantastic Beasts? Because he was found guilty by a corrupt judge in London. I don't understand that. All of this doesn't make sense to me, and I don't understand why this is happening. Because she's obviously lying. We see it. Other people see it. But yet, if our media doesn't report on it, then it's not happening. So it's not there. But that's not true. And that's what annoys the crap out of me about this whole thing. It really does. And then, like, literally, the people who are behind it, like Disney and people who, like, give them their jobs, they're always on her side. And they're so wrong. And I'm like, these businesses, like, I've never was a fan of the business of Disney. They're just money sucking hungry people who I honestly can't stand. She is so manipulative, Capis. She she was born that way, I think. You can't I've seen interviews with her. And those interviews, she's just a miserable human being. Let me see if I can pick up. She had a interview. She's and it's not, it's everybody she comes in contact with. Yeah, Mr. Hanging with Mr. J right now, she's playing Mira in the Justice League because she keeps constantly posting about it. And what an inspiration. You don't call yourself an inspiration. Like, you just don't do shit like that. Who says, I'm an inspiration to others? No, you don't. Who does that? Crazy psychopaths. That's who do that. We all got your number, sweetie. And she keeps thinking if she keeps lying, that everyone's going to start believing her. Oh, best part of it all. Here's the best part of the whole thing with Amber Heard. So, Amber Heard has a friend. Her friend is named I.O. Tillett. I.O. Tillett is a transgender DJ, a male transgender DJ. And her and I.O. Tillett were like close, close. Now, I.O. Tillett has defended her in London, has defended her here at home on the stand. Now, I.O. Tillett has reached out to Johnny Depp's lawyer, or Johnny Depp's lawyer reached out to him, and between the two of them, they've reached a deal where she's going to help Johnny's side. That's a big deal. That's a really big deal. And they're not making a big deal about it. But that's huge. I mean, I.O. Tillett was the one who put out, a witness. She was one of the witnesses. Her friends are dropping her like flies right now. Why? Because there's no place to go. And now there's been clear evidence since last year that she's a complete liar. But in order to support Johnny and to say what he did, and this should be done. This should be over with. But yet we're still talking about it, and it's still going to be talked about for another year, a good another year, because this trial will not be happening until April of 2022. Amber is doing her damnedest to get this thrown out of court. She doesn't want this to happen anymore. Of course she doesn't. She's going to look awful. She's been lying, and she is losing every bit of support from these dumb people who've been supporting her from the beginning. Dumb. Look at the evidence. Look at the transcripts. You will know she is as guilty as fuck. Guilty. So guilty. She's just the, okay, Amber Heard's worst moments. Let's see if I can share screen this. Let's try and see. All right, hold on. Let's see if I can do this here. Share screen. Because if that, then we can have fun. I don't care. I'll put this on private afterwards if I have to. Why are you not sharing? Here we go. Alrighty. Wow. All right. Oops. That's what we did. Yeah. So, there we go. Wait a minute. I'm doing this wrong. Sorry, guys. Stop screen. There we go. I wanted to do it this way. I got to seriously sit down with somebody and figure out how to do this on my own. All right. So, I'm just going to hold this up. Let's see. Bring you closer. So I don't have to lean forward because that's what kills my back. I can't do that. All right. Here we go. You guys can see that. Ready? Turn it up. Turn it all the way up so you guys can hear it. Oh, nope. Wrong one. What happened here? No! What just happened? Yeah. This is not it. Oh.
Hugh, would you listen?
Who would eat a cookie on the stand? This.
Lane film. No, I didn't. You weren't there? Because there was like 8 of you there. There was like, I was sure that you were there. Okay, I'm
no, I didn't go to Toronto. I was filming my show.
Because there was so many other people.
Look at that.
Okay, we good? Yeah. Okay. Congratulations. You did a really good job in this. And I was just wondering, I mean, this is a pretty
Look at the way she treats her assistant. Ready?
You know, when you look at it. What was it that kind of resonated with you when you read it, that you wanted to do it?
You know, it's so important. Hold on one second.
No problem.
Courtney, yeah. I can't do this if people are coming in and out of the door. It's really distracting. Okay. Extremely. Thank you.
Do you want to start it? We'll start again?
Yes, that would be great. I'm
okay.
sorry, I keep like...
No, that's okay. I know it's in your eye line.
So
not a problem. Let's start again. Okay.
Thank you.
You did a really good job in this film, and I wanted to ask
you...
Oh,
my God.
You ever punch Johnny Depp with a closed fist in the history of your relationship with Johnny?
Answer it however you feel you wish to.
Thank you.
One time, Johnny was hitting me, and he was hitting me hard and repeatedly, and I was screaming. Security walks in, and they don't do anything about it. And he makes this motion when Jerry Judge yells "Fox" or Sean, I can't remember who it was, and all we had was a little bit of separation, and my sister runs down the stairs. We're on a landing.
All of this has been proven to be false.
I must interrupt you because I've asked you a yes or no question.
Withdraw your question then, because
Miss
she's
Hurd.
Why is he filming?
Detective. Well, he just detective. I'm sorry about this.
Just believe by that.
I'm sorry.
That's her giving the finger. You can't really see it.
Yeah, just one for the newsletter. The sooner we get this done.
Get my car back.
What the hell's going on over there?
Just one. Here. Are we in there?
Smile.
Did you tell him yet? Did you want to tell him?
Are you going?
Tell me what?
I don't think we're at the, are we ready to tell him?
You're not arresting him, are you? That's bull.
You know what we should do? We should tell him together. 1, 2, 3. You're on overhauling.
they have had the. Okay. They've had the tagline, because you're worth it.
At any time have you ever hit Johnny Depp?
Answer it however you wish. You've already asked, and she's already answered, and you interrupted her.
Miss Bird, have you ever hit Johnny Depp prior to today?
Objection. Vegas 50 times.
Everyone on this side of the room, please.
Objection 352. It's not relevant to this domestic violence pursuit.
Overruled.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Answer it however you want to, including the way you were just.
I'm asking for a yes or no answer.
You don't have to answer it the way she wants you to answer it.
He was about to push my sister down the stairs. She was attempting to break us up. I am protective over my baby sister. When he laid hands on her, I don't know what I did, but I know I jumped in between the actions that I saw could lead to a fatal injury to my sister. She was standing on the top of a flight of the stairs, and she has never hurt anyone in her life, and she does not deserve to be pushed down the flight of stairs. And it looked like she was about to be. And I would have done what anybody who has a child or a sister would have done. I acted defensively in her life. I saw her standing on top of a flight of the stairs and trying to interrupt a fight in between him and I. I don't know what part of my body I put in between me and him and her. But I would have done anything. I would have done anything to prevent her from being pushed down a flight of stairs.
Hey, it's Gigi Hadid. For more videos like this, click here.
Let me see if there's any more good ones in here.
Grabs my hand,
Oh, this one.
takes a fistful of my hair and says, I hit your eye, huh? Let me see your eye. Let me see your eye. What if I pull your hair back? And he's got me by the hair and he's, it's hard to describe. It's like yanking me from side to side with my hair.
Is it your testimony?
Calm things.
Your testimony?
Very nice. Do you have a stylist, or you just found it on the rack? Well, it was laying around in my house. This old thing. Have you ever had guys fight over you? And
People think I'm insert every adjective imaginable.
Okay, a bitch, a horrible human being, a wife. She's the abuser. That's who she is. God, she's psycho. She's psycho. Completely. And I still don't know how she's getting away with this. Let's see what else we got here. Because I haven't watched this one before.
Negative.
I wish I could share the screen.
Yeah, pick anything.
Who would eat on the stand, y'all? Just who would?
Hugh, would you listen to this, please? This is punching. Let's get that.
Do anything to help.
Let's say that was an accident.
Who would eat on the stand?
I did not do this thing with the door. I do remember.
Put punching on the edge of the jaw.
Okay,
Oh.
I'm sorry.
With a closed fist.
Yes, Carla, part of it. Wow. Here we go.
よろしくお願いします。まず久々の日本についての感想を聞かせてください。Being back in Japan, it's been about a year and a half or so.
I mean, for me, it's always a pleasure. The only problem I have.
Notice that he backed a little after locking eyes with Amber, fearing her upset by her ongoing against her wishes. Because she did not want him to do that. Oh, go back. I'll read this to you. Make it easier so you guys don't. Notice that he had a plaster on his finger too. Not sure if she injured it, but she certainly injured her middle finger a couple of months after this. His middle finger. After this. While answering questions, he kept checking to see if she was okay with it. She pretends she was knowing that they were being watched. And at the end, he asked, "Can we go?" But he was the one who gave the interview. All right, so she's just, I mean, she's, ugh.
についての感想を聞かせてください。
To be back in Japan, it's been about a year and a half or so.
I mean, for me, it's always a pleasure.
Hey, Brian.
The only problem I have.
All right, backed off a little bit. Blah, 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 blah. Watch it.
まさに痛快アドベンチャーといった作品なので、撮影現場もとても楽しかったと思うのですが、いかがだったでしょうか。
Responsible or not.
とにかくみんな笑い出さないように吹き出さないようにっていうのが大変で、もう本当無責任なぐらい笑いすぎました。
はい、最後に、世界を股にかけてアドベンチャーを繰り広げるという、作品だったんですが、最も思い出に残った場所はどこになりますでしょうか。
So it was about a 30-second drive to work.
30 second LA のですね、スタンダードホテルで撮影したところは私の住んでるところからね、
He's so
30分ぐらいできる
uneasy.
ところだったんで、それがちょっと記憶に残ってます。
どうもありがとう
And
ご
look
ざい
at,
ます。
look at, uh-huh.
Thank you so much. I got
No, I didn't. What the are you talking about? And I watched you lie, and then
I didn't punch you, by the way. I'm sorry that I didn't hit you across the face in a proper slap, but I was hitting you. It was not punching you. Babe, you're not punched.
Don't tell me what it feels like to be punched.
You know, even a lot of fights been around a long time. I know. Yeah,
No, when you have a closed fist.
You get punched. You got hit. I'm sorry I hit you like this, but I did not punch you.
Wait, did you
I
just
did
say
not
I hit you?
deck you. I was hitting you.
You
I don't know
I was
what
hitting
the
you.
full motion of my actual hand was, but you're fine. I did not hurt you. I did not punch you. I was hitting you.
How are your toes?
What am I supposed to do? Do this?
How are your
I'm
toes?
not sitting here
The fight was
bitching
about her
a man
toes.
Like you are.
Oh,
That's the difference
you
between
poor
me and
toes.
you. You're
Your poor toes.
Because you start
You are
physical
such
fights?
a baby.
Because
Grow
you-
the up,
Because you start
Johnny.
physical fights?
I did start a physical
Yeah,
fight.
you did, so how do you get out of there?
Yes.
And yet
you did.
she's
You
still
did
getting
the
away
right
with shit.
thing, the big thing. You know what? You're admirable. Hi, I'm Cara Delevingne. Please don't forget to subscribe by clicking this button right here. Boop.
That was weird. So there it is, guys. She just literally confessed herself. And yet, confessing it herself is still not good enough. Hey, Brian. He supported West Memphis 3 and raised $22 million for their oh, wow. He's a good guy, man. He's a really good guy. And I just do not like the fact that she's using him and tearing him down, and he's losing everything, and she's losing nothing when she was clearly the person who's the criminal in this, not Johnny Depp. I'm like really trying to be cautious about my words. That's unbelievable. I'll have to look that up, Brian. Yeah, so it looks like the LAPD now are investigating and looking into her because she put in a false claim from the LAPD because she said that the crime scene was a mess. There were wine bottles, wine, glass. It was a holy hell scene. It was awful. The LAPD's body cam proves there was nothing out of place. Not a bottle, not a piece of glass. And she said that she was in her room for 3 days because she was so upset. She wasn't. She was actually standing there talking to the cops. But Johnny wasn't there. They even said, no, Johnny's not here. It's just hey, Foxy Lady. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. But see, and if anything, this girl needs to be taught a lesson, and people need to be taught that this is not okay. You cannot just go around and start accusing people of things that they didn't do. And when you do that, karma's going to come around and bite you in the ass. I mean, and it is. It's coming around. And I literally put it out there the other day. I was talking to my daughter, and she knows I follow this story. And I'm like, I, until something happens, I'm not going to even say anything more on this, because that the fact that nothing has happened to her makes me so mad and annoyed. I'm like, I ain't saying a word until something happens. And then literally the body cam came out, that the LAPD are now looking into her. Australia's looking into her. Somewhere along the lines, y'all, she's not going to get off for all this. She's just not. There's just too many people now that she, A, has perjured herself in many courts already. 2 courts now. And God knows if they did the one in May that was, this month that was supposed to be going on in Virginia, she'd be looking like a freaking asshole. But that's why it was extended out to April. And this is what she keeps doing. She extends it, she extends it, she extends it. And then, let's talk about the $7 million. She said that it was the $7 million that I gave to ACLU. And I'm like, and she couldn't even look the guy in the face as she was saying how much money she gave to the ACLU. And I believe it was, what was the other charity she gave it to? It was I know the one was the ACLU. $7 million donation. Yes, donated under Amber Hood, under oath, claimed in the UK, hardly the act of a gold digger. Said that admiring Justice Nichols. Ugh, see, this is the shit that pisses me off. But these are anonymous. Let's see. Didn't donate to. Here it is. This is one. Johnny Depp making. Oh, see, once again, Johnny Depp making desperate attempts. See where they're putting Johnny Depp down. Why? Because they can't say a good thing about them. They want to constantly support Amber Heard. Why? What does she have? Where is this going? I don't understand it. This is what I don't. Why is our media constantly giving her the benefit of the doubt when it's? I mean, hello, you all just heard that, right? Liar. Without a better, she is guilty. Oh my God. All right, so the $7 million was supposed to go to. Let me try to see. Continue reading. Charity. It's just saying charity, but both of them have claimed, though. Neither one of them have gotten any money from her whatsoever. All right, here it is. In the statement to E! News, the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles spokesperson says, due to circumstances of the litigation, the CHLA is, okay, so the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles as well as the ACLU. Okay, so the Children's Hospital is legally shared the case publicly. The ACLU did not return requests for comment. But let's be honest, if you look under here, and there's like, you could look at who the donations and who donated, her name's not there. There's no donation. And for years, 2016, 17, 18, 19, nothing's there. Nothing's there because she never donated. And they're covering it up. Why? I just want to know why. Because all of us, our normal people, can see she's a liar. We can see it. So why can't the people from TMZ, the Daily Mail, or all these people who are on our media are not reporting on? Instead, they're still trying to make him look bad. And it ain't him. She is, Lisa Free Spirit, she is full of shit. Completely. Right? Catfish. She never donated it. Because she's bringing... But see, I think this is going to catch up with these movie people because I'm not going to watch it. I don't want to watch anything she's in at all. And I gotta be honest. I love Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp is wonderful. I think he's a good-looking guy. But at the same time, he was not like someone I would like. Oh my god, like died over. He wasn't. I wasn't a huge fan. Um, but fans enough to look into this and go, there's something wrong here, and that was enough. That was enough for me. And when I start looking into it, I'm like, how is this even a question anymore? I mean, it's obviously there for everyone. Hardly and given the $7 million, hardly the actions of a gold digger. Yeah, well, she didn't give the money and she lied. I would say the actions of a gold digger and a terrible person, as well as a bitch. So, yeah, so that's so far what's going on, especially with the whole Amber stuff. Literally, day by day, stuff is coming out different about her. So, literally, listen to Nerdette's Newsstand, That Umbrella Guy, Popcorn Planet. They all cover this stuff. They're really good. I don't have like the stuff to drop it into the chat, but That Umbrella Guy's all one word. And then it's Popcorn Planet. And then who's the other one I said? That Umbrella Guy, Popcorn Planet. Oh, and Nerdette's Newsstand. That's it. Nerdette's Newsstand. I like her. Yeah, so let's see what goes on this week for that case. And now, like I said, those pictures of her coming out just came out yesterday. I mean, this over the weekend. They weren't even out on Friday, I don't believe. But just more and more evidence of her lying is coming out more and more. Maybe this is what Johnny's teams needed, was to constantly keep proving her wrong. Okay, yeah, Capus, when he was on 21, oh, he was hot, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Do you remember when he was in Nightmare on Elm Street? That was his first gig. That was his first gig. And he was like the head boyfriend. Baron Humbert von Kieken. Think of gold diggers. I think of crazy, toothless old men running with a hoplite. Yeah, no, unfortunately, she is a physically beautiful but horrible, ugly human being. Hey, Aunt Man, good to see you. Oh my God. I know I never get to see you, but I was just watching Pink's from, I think yesterday. I was watching while I was getting my toast done. I saw you in there. Good to see you, sweetie. And Patricia Arquette. What about Patricia Arquette? Do you think I have no idea. Patricia Arquette. Oh, it was Patricia Arquette. Oh, that's right. She was in Nightmare on Elm Street, I think 3. That's right. Yep. He got sucked into the bed. Yeah, he was the one who got sucked into the bed and all the blood came out. Mm-hmm. So, right now, oh, Pink, she's a wonderful, I love Pink Lady Luck. She's a wonderful human being. That's all I've seen is nothing but good things come from her. So yeah. So tonight, iSniper is on Vice. I just want to make sure. Now I'm going to have to turn on my TV. Because I know it's on tonight. So I want to make sure I get it right. I don't want to give you guys like false information that I don't know. Why is my TV? My TLC stuff. Okay. Go to Vice, which is a couple. And then you guys can know. And then I'm probably going to go because my kids are coming home from school and I got to cook lunch for them. And then we got the eye doctor appointment today. Okay. Let's see. Go forward. Go forward. I am wrong, y'all. It's on. Oh, the new one? The new one is on at 10. But episode 1 they're showing at 9. Episode 2 will be on at 10. So I'm completely wrong. So it's going to be 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, probably, for Pacific time, it's going to be 7 o'clock. So 3 hours beforehand. Yeah, I know, Miss OMG. Paul Rudd in a Halloween movie. No, because I think the first movie that Paul Rudd did was Clueless. That was the first movie that Paul Rudd did. Why I know that, I have no idea. Asking, okay, Miss MG, why, what happened, or is she okay? What happened? What happened? Did I miss something? I don't know. We're just talking about Pink. I don't know. I think she's okay. I mean, whose panel? Oh, okay. You're talking about Pink. Yeah, she was upset yesterday. She was upset. Um, I'm telling you, like, this YouTube bullshit and stuff, I'm done. It's old. It's too old. And I can't even deal with it anymore. I'm just so sick of drama on YouTube. This is why I try to do videos and do things that isn't drama related, because it's so ridiculous. It's out of control. And really, I don't want to be a part of it anymore. Like, I don't. I don't want to be a part of how low can you go. That's not a game I really, really want to play at all. Not at my age, not with shit that I'm going through. I'll watch it sometimes, but I definitely don't want to be a part of it. But when I definitely... Were you? No way. I don't like that woman. Sorry. It's my personal opinion. She's not my favorite. I haven't seen good things from her. It is unhealthy. And I totally agree. And then there's certain people who make it more unhealthy. Absolutely. I'm sorry that you got totally rammed down by her. Fuck her. Oh, God. Look, there are people here who want to stay on top, be on top, and they don't care what they do to take down other people, especially when it comes to money. Hence, why I'm not monetized. I don't want to deal with that. It's not... I do this for me. I do this because I enjoy talking. This is something that's fun for me. Interacting with people is fun for me. When it becomes nothing but bullshit all the time, and that you're worried about what might happen, it's not a part of it. It's not even worth it anymore. Yeah, I just felt sad when I watched. Yeah, exactly. She does not need to be. I adore Pink. I really do. Halloween, The Curse of Mike Myers, 19, the same year, the first big screen movie, Clueless. Then that might have been him after that. Possibly. Yes. I didn't know he was in a Halloween movie, though. Yeah, I don't know if I really want to be anime. I really don't. It's not worth it. It's that's where all the crazy comes from, is like, people who want your subscribers who donate money. And I don't want that. That's not why I really did this. I did this for the sanity of myself and for something to do. And then COVID came around, and then we were all stuck at home, and literally the whole internet burst into flames, pretty much. But she is, Carla. I totally agree. She is. She doesn't deserve any of it. Well, I do have to go because my kids are coming home from school, and I'm also watching my friend's dogs. Only one more day of that. Awesome. Um, Otherwise, I will probably either be back tomorrow or Wednesday, so we can talk Ice Sniper episode 2. Um, Very interested. A lot of things I didn't know that I thought I knew, or things I had no clue about. So, once again, Ice Sniper, if you haven't seen episode 1 will be on at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Vice, and then episode 2 following at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay? Thanks, everyone, for coming in. And to me, oh, I'm so glad you made it in. Carla, Lisa, Lady Behavin', everybody, thank you guys so much for coming in. Miss OMG. Zero filtered. Hey, sweetie, I'm just getting ready to sign off. Yeah, and Lisa, thank you. Everybody, hanging with Mr. J. Carla, I love you, Carla. That's goes without saying. But thank you, everybody, for coming in, really. Baron, I appreciate it. Catbiz, I love you, too. You guys are great. Thank you. I appreciate you all coming in. And like I said, Ice Sniper tonight. We'll talk about it either tomorrow or Wednesday, depending on how I feel. All right. Bye, everyone.